Let's see how to clean your Google Analytics for acquisition reports by using regular expressions on Google Looker Studio. And this is one of those tutorials that you didn't know you needed. And I will show you what I'm talking about. This is an actual acquisition report with Google Analytics data where I am breaking down my sessions data by session source. So here it says that some of my sessions, of the sessions of my website, come from facebook.com, which is Facebook. But also, I have traffic coming from m.facebook.com, which is also Facebook. So they are representing something different, even though they are the same site. And another one is FB, which is also Facebook, but with a UTM parameter. So there is something. I am missing some insights because this is showing me separate data sources that in practice, they are the same. This is not the only example with Facebook. This is another example with YouTube. I get traffic from youtube.com, but I also get traffic from YouTube, and they are the same thing. They are YouTube. And for third-party apps, it works the same. We get traffic from Calendly, and we also get traffic from calendly.com. And finally, we have traffic from Google Looker Studio or Data Studio, that is our Google product, and we also get traffic from accounts.google.com, which is also a Google product. It is the same thing, and I would like to clean this data. I would like to group these sources correctly or filter them as well. So I will go to create a new dimension besides session source, and I will create a new field. And here, this new field will be a regular expression. So I will explain the structure of regular expressions. Regular expressions are like metrics, are formulas. Okay, I will explain it like this way. Formulas are to operate numbers, and regular expressions are to operate text. That's a very good explanation. I love it. Now, regular expressions start with conditionals. And with conditionals, we will follow rules. And these rules will help us tag values. I will explain in detail. So I will start with a case function. A case represents, or a case indicates Google Looker Studio, hey, I will start with a conditional. And the conditional starts with when. And then I will use regular expression, which is simply putting regular expression or regex. And I have three functions: regex match, replace, and contains. To be honest, 99% of the times you will be using regex match. So I won't explain the other two. When you become expert in this, you will understand when you need the other ones. Now here, the rule indicates when, if the regular expression applies, when the session source text contains Facebook, then tag it as Facebook. And this is what I have. And I will copy and paste this conditional because the structure is the same, and I will change the rule to another one. Now I will change. If it contains Calendly, then tag it as Calendly. And that's how I can do it. Actually, you don't need to learn regular expressions. You can simply copy and paste this formula. And it will work with many cases, because with this formula, you can group your content, you can tag it, you can filter it, you can do anything. And you may be wondering why the rule is Calendly and not Calendly, because Calendly has a capital C. There is a regular expression to avoid problems with capital letters, but I don't want to add complexity to the first exercise of data blending. So I will start. So I have a rule for Calendly, and if the session source contains Calendly or Calendly, then tag it as Calendly. And just copy and paste this formula and do the same with YouTube. If the source value contains YouTube, then tag it as YouTube. So here, I have another one. I will do it with LinkedIn. So if it contains LinkedIn, tag it as LinkedIn. If it contains Facebook, I am replacing that one. If it contains Google, tag it as Google. And now I will end the conditional. Else is like if not. If nothing of this happens, then do this. If not, continue with the same value that session source is giving. And we will end the conditional with end. So to explain in natural language, if the session source contains Facebook, tag it as Facebook. If contains Google, tag it as Google. If contains Calendly, tag it as Calendly. So all the variations of this will be grouped as one. The data will be clean. And if nothing of this happens, just keep the same values and end the conditional. It is super simple, and you can request our support team to help you with this if you have any question for free. So here, we created a new column with this new dimension because, as I told you, a regular expression is as formulas are for metrics, regular expressions are for text. And we created a new dimension with this, and we will see if this works. So the first column, Google, then it is tagged as Google. Direct, I have no conditional for them, so it remains the same. Not set, it is remain the same because no conditional is this. And now datastudio.com is called Google product because that's the name of the tag I added. If I go again to Calendly, you will see that Calendly is tagged correctly. If I go to facebook.com, it is tagged just as Facebook. So my new data is clean. What I will do is that I will remove the original session source dimension. And now my data will be cleaned and my acquisition report will be cleaned. Now I am breaking down my data by cleaned sources. Now I can see only Facebook, only LinkedIn, only YouTube, and they are not repeating their values. And you will see that we will find some insights. For instance, I can see that Google products are more representative than I thought, because if I combine all the variations of Google products, then they represent a lot of traffic for my website. And also for Calendly and Facebook, I noticed that Facebook and Calendly are way more representative than I thought, but it was very hard to visualize it because many values split the data and they in the end represent the same thing. So with this is an explanation on how to clean your Google Analytics reports, your acquisition reports with regular expressions. I hope that you like this tutorial, and if you have any question, reach out to us, reach out to me, and I can help you personally for free to create and build your marketing reports on Google Looker Studio.